And he's like, well, yeah, we're never going to reconcile. There's nothing here. And in person, he's like, well, aren't we going to talk about reconciling? I don't get it, dude.
The part where he's like, well, we could be together if I gave her all the power, which is fair because I had all the power. So if I gave her all the power, then we could be a thing. Nah, I'm good. Like that one paragraph is like so telling.
Yeah.
He can admit that he had this power play and this patriarchal role that he says he never had. Like it's just
Hello, guys. Welcome back to my channel, and I hope you're all having a great day. Today, we've got a lot to discuss, so have a snack, get comfy, and let's get deep into this drama-packed debate. Now, if you've been keeping up with me this season, you know things have gotten messy, genuinely messy, and it feels like each episode just adds to the confusion. But episode 8? Oh boy, it was one that left fans shocked. It was full of contradictions, emotional scenes, and a lot of frustration. So let's discuss Melty's watch party. If you haven't gotten to know her yet, Melty is Kody and Christine's daughter, and she has been extremely outspoken this season. She's watched the episodes play out just like the rest of us, and she had some serious opinions regarding what happened in episode 8. And really, I don't blame her, because let's be real. What was even going on in this episode? Janelle and Kody actually sat down to talk, and from the outside, it seemed like an opportunity to clear the air. But here's where things went awry. Janelle had a whole different agenda for this sit-down than Kody did. She wanted to have a grown-up, honest talk about their family, their children, and their future. But Kody, he had a completely different agenda, and it quickly became apparent. Now, before we dissect that, let's discuss one of the most surprising reactions from this episode, Mykelti and Tony. These two had been observing everything that was happening, and let's just say they weren't impressed. In fact, the more they observed, the more apparent it became. Kody's behavior just wasn't adding up. And here's where it gets really interesting. Among all the kids and in-laws, Tony has always been the one who was closest to Kody. When others began to distance themselves, Tony continued to give him the benefit of the doubt. He even stood up for him in the past. But this time, oh, this time was different. Tony saw what happened, and his reaction was pretty much, "Wait, what?" Tony, who had once believed in Kody, had enough of it. He noticed the hypocrisy, the lack of responsibility, and the way Kody was spinning things to suit whatever his agenda was at the moment. And he wasn't alone in thinking this way. Melty was right there with him, decrying the inconsistencies. So, what was Kody saying that everyone was so perplexed about? Well, let's dissect. On the one hand, Kody was claiming he didn't love Janelle and never wanted to get back together. He made it explicit that, in his head, their relationship was over. But then, just a few minutes later, he was discussing how perhaps they should get back together so he could be near the kids. So, which is it, Kody? Because you can't have it both ways. And it didn't end there. At one point, he even uttered the words, "If we got back together, I would give Janelle more power in the relationship." Then, but nearly with the same breath, he recanted, making it absolutely certain that he didn't really mean that. So, was that an empty threat? A manipulation device? Because to everyone onlooker, including Melty and Tony, it was agonizingly clear that he was contradicting himself left and right. Okay, let's take a step back and discuss Janelle, because while all of this was going on, she was sitting there, attempting to have a serious conversation about real things. Janelle has always been one of the most independent of the sister wives. She doesn't require a partner to determine who she is. She's strong, self-reliant, and wholly capable of constructing a life without one. So why did she even agree to talking? Easy. She was hoping to find a way to mend the damaged relationship between Kody and their children. She wasn't there begging for reconciliation. She wasn't there seeking emotional closure. She wanted answers, And let's not forget the other big reason she needed this discussion, the property issue. Janelle was seeking clarification as to what really was hers and what would be hers in the future. And let's get real. After all these years she's invested in this family, she should have that clarity. But no, rather than a clear-cut answer, she received more confusion, conflicting signals, and a whole lot of Kody being Kody. And this is why I believe Mykelti and Tony's response was so crucial, because for way too long, Kody has been able to get away with this stuff. He's gotten to manipulate the narrative, gaslight others, and never have to take ownership of anything he's done. But now people are finally standing up for themselves. Now the individuals who are closest to him, people who've previously come to his defense, are finally recognizing him for what he is. And that's why I truly hope this point is a turning point. Because let's be real, no one wants to have a toxic individual in their life. No one wants to have to contend with someone who consistently lies, manipulates, and speaks ill of their own family members. And no one, particularly not Janelle's kids, should have to endure the emotional roller coaster of Kody's constantly changing narratives. So here's my question for you. What do you think? Do you believe Kody is simply lost and confused? Or do you believe this is an intentional pattern of manipulation? Do you side with Mykelti and Tony for finally standing up to him? Or do you believe there's another side to this we're not getting? I want to hear all of your opinions, so leave a comment below and let's discuss. And before you leave, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss a thing. Trust me, you're going to want to keep watching because this season just keeps getting wilder. Until next time, bye for now.